Whew.
Hey yo, what's up guys? I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. If you've ever inshore fished before, you know it can be super difficult. So today I'm going to be covering the best inshore fishing lures for skipping baits into tight spots. As we all know, if you can get your bait into these undercuts on mangroves or deep underneath the docks, your chances of catching a fish is so much better. So without further ado, let's start with number 5.
Oh, that is a nice trout. That is a very nice trout. Oh, yes, sir. $20-incher all day. Look at that beauty. Let's get her back. Well.
So starting at number 5 is going to be the Gulp shrimp. I like both the pearl color Gulp, as well as there's also a brown with a yellow tail. That also seems to work really well. This bait is out of the 5 lures I'm going to be covering, is going to be the most challenging one to skip under there, but because the bait is so versatile and you can catch so many different species of fish on it, it's definitely one of the go-to baits for me when I go out fishing. Typically I like to hook this bait on a VMC 1/8 ounce boxer head jig. It just seems like it darts very nicely that way. The biggest challenge, obviously, like I said, is going to be getting consistent skips. Because of the shape of the bait, it's very kind of erratic, and if you throw it incorrectly, it's gonna hit the water and skip up high, and you end up getting tangled. But like I mentioned, if you use this bait, you have a chance of catching snook, tarpon, speckled trout, redfish. So it's definitely a versatile bait.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it was pretty cool. There she is. Nice fish.
So coming in at number 4 is going to be the NLBN mini mullet. Now, most of you guys have probably heard of it. If you've been in inshore fishing, the NLBN brand has been big, and it's big for a reason. It catches big fish. It's not quite as versatile as the Gulp shrimp will be. It's more specifically targeting big snook. You can also get some speckled trout and redfish and tarpon in between, but really my personal experience has mostly been for snook. Now, I like the traditional, more shad colored. As far as rigging, NLBN's website really has a great setup to show you how to rig them. It's just a BKK worm hook. They have a chart with the different sizes of NLBN baits on there and which hook to use with it. So that's a straightforward thing to do. My biggest concern and why it's only at number 4 is because of how heavy the bait is. So if you're not controlling your cast very well, it's actually extremely easy to overcast underneath the mangroves, and you end up getting stuck in the way back to where you can't retrieve the lure. So you really have to be conscientious when you're skipping this bait underneath structure, and make sure you have really good bail control. But like I said, it really catches big fish. My biggest snooks that I've caught on lures have been on the NLBN little mullet. Yeah, for that reason, it's at number 4.
he is. Oh.
Number 3 is going to be the DOA 4-inch shrimp. Now this is a bait that I've just recently started using. In the past I've used the 3-inch version, which that version does pretty okay with skipping, but this right here skips like an absolute dream. Like I said, I only started fishing it, so I haven't caught a whole lot of fish on it just yet, but as far as skipping a lure into tight spots, this is a fantastic option. For the 3-inch, I've used the colorless with either the orange tail or the chartreuse tail. Both of those versions absolutely slay redfish, as well as does really well with tarpon. This color right here is something new I've been trying out, and I think it's really going to work out real well for catching snook underneath these mangroves. As far as the pros and cons, again, getting into tight spots, it's going to be your biggest pro. If you've ever used a DOA shrimp before, the biggest con is going to be the durability of the bait. These hooks end up coming out super easy. You may have 1 to 2 fish in there, and even if you don't get a fish, if you just fish the lure for a while and you do a lot of skips, it's going to start pulling out. Biggest friend here is going to be super glue. Just put a little dab of super glue on the hook every now and then, and that should keep the bait in the correct position. But overall, I'm very happy with the bait. I'm really looking forward to trying it out more this year.
Oh, miss.
That at number 2 is going to be the Pearl Cal Jerk 4-inch. This fluke bait has been a go-to for me the past couple of years. It skips like a dream. I actually use the mini mullet from NLBN's hook, the BKK worm hook. I believe it's the 2.0, and it pairs wonderful with this bait. As far as species you'd be targeting, both tarpon and snook absolutely love it, and well, actually speckled trout too. So really the only fish that you kind of be cutting out would be redfish. I've caught redfish on that lure in the past, but it's kind of been sporadic. I mentioned it's super easy to skip under tight spots. It's very nicely balanced. The pearl colors definitely be the best. I've tried different colors before, but they haven't really been as effective, so I can't vouch for them myself, but that pearl color is definitely great. Honestly, there isn't a really big con for me on this bait. It's super durable. I mean, you can have multiple fish on one lure, typically between 4 to 5 fish on that one lure. You can buy a big pack of them, and I mean, I think I maybe buy a big pack every 6 months to a year. So really no complaints on this bait. It is a fantastic lure. If you've not used it, I would highly recommend it.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Ooh, red.
Quit.
Trolling mode.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You went the right way.
Stay out here. Do not go back. There it is. Thank you, sir. Jeez Louise. No, I guess not. Done?
And then at number 1 I got the ZMAN Easy Kicker Crab. I love this blue claw color. It has been super consistent for me. This thing skips absolutely wonderful. I mean, it essentially is just perfect rock shape, and you can cast this thing back into the deepest mangroves. As with the Gulp shrimp, I like using the VMC boxer jig, the 1/8 ounce, and those pair together wonderfully. Usually after a fish or two, you'll get that the bait starts sliding down on the hook, and that's just when I add that dab of super glue again. And that's honestly its biggest drawback. With this lure, I found that the bigger redfish absolutely love this thing. Throwing it up deep into the mangroves, kind of swimming it out, and then slowly working it on the bottom, coming out. Also for side fishing, this is fantastic as well. Making far leading casts and just slowly dragging on the bottom, and those big redfish cannot stand it. As far as other species go, it eliminates a lot of the smaller fish, but I have caught a lot of snook on it, which is very surprising to me because you would not expect that from a crab imitating lure. But also big speckled trout love this thing for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's the bigger profile that they like, but you don't typically catch a small trout on it if you catch a trout at all. For tarpon, it's a little bit more iffy, but I have caught several tarpon on it before, just steadily bringing it back. So that's definitely an option. But in any case, so that wraps up my top 5 baits that I would recommend for beginners for skipping underneath tight cover spots. I hope this helps you guys out. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a fantastic week and get on some big fish.
Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the content, head over to my main YouTube channel where I have many videos just like this one. Make sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with the latest content I put out. I put out a new video every other Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Appreciate the living heck out of you guys. Have a blessed week.